Hello, everybody. I'm gonna be practicing my English, but yeah. So, for today's topic, we're gonna be talking about my girlfriend and why she's the best, the most gorgeous, the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And also, I'm gonna tell you our story. So, why is my girlfriend the best? Okay, my girlfriend, my girlfriend made me feel very special and made me feel that being weird is actually cool. So, why did I say that? Okay, I'm gonna tell you my backstory. Back then, like when I was in grade 10 and grade 9, my friends used to say that I am a weirdo and I am very fat, bonging. If you don't know what bonging is, basically it's this character from the 70s here in the Philippines. And bonging is a really chunky boy. So yeah, they call me that because I am pretty big, I'm pretty tall, and I'm pretty meaty and stuff. There's meat all over me. Pause. I'm kidding. So, and then they used to call me fat. So no, I'm over exaggerating. Yeah, but they used to call me like that. So basically, bunging means fatso or something. Yeah, fatso actually. And then they used to call me weirdo. My friends used to call me weirdo, because what I do all day is draw, even at school. But those type of things made me very insecure, and my girlfriend changed some. Why did I say some? Because those insecurities are still intact inside me. Yes, they're still with me, and I don't think they'll ever get off. But with the help of my girlfriend, I think it's possible. Maybe there's a slight chance those insecurities will be gone. So, where am I? Where was I? So, I'm gonna tell you our backstory. Who is Cal? Who's my girlfriend? Okay, my girlfriend's name is Kali. That's her nickname. That's my nickname for her. I think. Yeah, I think I'm the only one who used to call her Kali. And then her real name is Jalai Zachariel. So it's a very rare name. Actually, the first time I've heard that name. In my whole life. You know, I didn't know she had Jeliza in her name. I only know her name was Karil. So Jeliza Karil is a very rare name and the most wonderful name that I've ever heard in my whole entire life. And she's a girl, of course. Okay, she's my church mate back then when we were like 6 to 10 years old, 11 years old. Yeah, 6 to 11 years old. Actually, younger than that, maybe like 4 years old. So Calvi and I were church mates in in our church in our Sunday school. We're both church mates there. We were taught about Jesus and stuff in actually in a fun way. Since we were kids, we have teachers, and they're not like those public school teachers. They're very fun teachers too. No strict teachers at all. They're very fun. We were talking about Jesus, how he saved us from our sins, how he sacrificed himself. So yeah, I grew up to be very you know very distant from, I mean, not very distant. It's just that I'm a very asshole. I'm such an asshole back then. I think I am still now, but it kind of lessened. Something. So pandemic hits, and then we're not really close. Me and Kali. We're not that close since then. And then pandemic hits, 2022. Okay, I found Kali very attractive. Okay, she's like this beautiful tall girl. We're both tall. But let me tell you this first. I have an ex. I don't wanna say her name because my baby's gonna be mad. So that girl, let's just say she ruined my life. She made me cry and all. So we broke up. I broke up with her. Got the courage to broke free from her. Manipulating checks. And yeah, I broke up with her, waited like 3 to 4 months, I think. I forgot. I don't really care about that. So, October, October of 2022, I tried flirting with Kali in our group chat. That group chat contains all students from our Sunday school, but there are no teachers there, of course. When I said flirting, I don't know what's the right term. Not really flirting, like teasing each other, teasing like, hey, you have a crush on me, right? And those type of thing, like crush mo ako, no, ganun, di ba? So, yeah, we she kind of bit into it, I kind of bit into it too. I got in, she got in, and we somehow like each other. There's the thing though, I've never really moved on from that current girl. I mean, the recent girl that I broke up with. And the thing is, I started courting her without even thinking twice. I said, oh, I like this girl, I'm gonna court her. So, I courted her, Kali. I said, swata ligawan. Okay, pure English only. And then she said, yes, of course. So, there's the thing. I got pretty impatient. Got pretty impatient. And by November, 1 month only, I'm so impatient, okay? I, s- I thought to myself, nah, I'm gonna stop courting her. I don't feel like it's taking too long. So the moment I said to myself, nah, I don't love this girl anymore. I don't like her anymore. She said yes, that I haven't even started yet. So I said, oh my gosh, bad timing. And then I just said, okay, there's nothing to lose. I said yes. She said yes, we're all goods. The thing is, I am the worst boyfriend back then. hmm I am still now, but I've tried my best. There's a difference between being an asshole and trying to be a better person. And that's me now. So back then, I never really cared that much since I basically said to myself that I don't like her anymore. So I feel really like pushed. I know, I feel very pressured. So I don't know what to do. I started ignoring her. Like, I don't know. I really feel bad right now. Oh my gosh. Should have done that. No. No. So yeah, I was the worst boyfriend back then, ignoring her to the point where our chats had these timestamps. That means it takes very long for me to reply to her messages. So yeah, she's this very energetic girl, and I'm this nonchalant type shit guy. I just really don't care at all. Like, I'm the worst dude ever. I'm the red flag. The thing is, I said earlier, I haven't really moved on from my ex, so that time, all I thought about was my ex, and that is the worst thing a guy can do. The worst thing a boyfriend can do to her girlfriend. So never do that, okay? You youngsters out there, never do that. Never do what I did. Never do what I did. I swear. So we broke up, and then yeah, we broke up. I said I don't love her anymore, and that you know, I've never been in love with her since the start of November 2022. So we lasted for like 10 months, I think. 8 months. I don't really remember. So yeah, I said I don't love you anymore. Let's break up. Yeah, and I waited. You know, I waited like 3 months after a breakup, and then I found a new girl. That was very planned. That was planned actually. Like, I'm gonna break up with her. I'm gonna find another woman, and that is the worst thing a guy can do. That is the worst thing a guy can do. Like me, never do that. That is the worst thing. You're worse than Satan, to be honest, if you do that. So I was very dumb. I was very very dumb. So stupid and shit. I want to punch myself. So yeah, I got a new girl, and at that time, I did the same to her what I did to Kali. So yeah, you can say I am an asshole, but I was just 14 at that time. 14 years old, actually. 13 years old and 14 years old at the time. So I never really knew what love is. I just felt really broken from that past relationship that I had before Kali, because she really broke my heart, and I think I think I'm just broken that I didn't know I was hurting others. So yeah, this new girl that I got after Kali, I did the same thing to her, but I don't really care. And at the time that I got the new girl with me, all I thought about was Kali. All I thought of was, I just want to be with her again. I just want to be with my Kali again. What did I do? Why did I leave her? So the thing that I did, I broke up with the girl. Told her that I don't love you anymore, and thank you for everything. That's all. That's all that I said to the new girl after Kali. So what did I do? I waited 2 months, and then I started chatting Kali. Well, not really. I started reminiscing actually. Like, oh my gosh, Kali, why did I leave you? I wish you were still here with me. I shouldn't have left you. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Because at that time, I realized Kali's beauty is very, very rare. Like, I'll never see someone like her again in my whole entire life. So I grabbed the opportunity. Like, let's grab this opportunity. Start chatting Kali. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. Wait, how do I describe this? So basically, I created an alternate account. And in that account, I'm a gay person. And oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. So I created this account called Mariel. Yeah, the first name is Mariel and Kumakaranggang Garbo, something like that. So after that, yeah, I started to add all her accounts, like her dump account, her main account, and then I started acting gay. No, hi sissy, you're my friend number 56 or something like that. And then my dumbass thought she wouldn't know, but at the time that I added her, she already knew that it was me. So what did I do? There's nothing left to lose. I switched to my main account. I said what I needed to say. I said that I'm sorry. I said that I felt very guilty about what I did to her back then. I said that I shouldn't have left you. I said that I'm genuinely sorry, and I felt genuinely bad for what I did. And basically told her that I love her still. So she found the message very genuine. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. She was planning to ghost me after that. So she's just making me. She's manipulating me at the time. I didn't know about that. But I guess miracle happens. She found my genuinity, and then she decided to love me again. And now we're here. We're 1 year and 3 months. We just turned 1 year, 3 months on July. Oh no, it's October 14 actually. We are now 1 year and 3 months. So yeah, Kali is the best girlfriend I ever had. All those ups and downs, all those battles we've gone through, those are nothing because we we get over them. Actually, we got over them, and if more problems are yet to come, we'll get through them eventually. Although yes, I am with her, I am very in love with her. There is still some insecurities left from me, from all those bullying and stuff that I experienced back then. So yeah, I guess I deserve those for being such an asshole to everyone. I think I deserve that, to be honest, just because of how asshole I think I am. But yeah, Kali changed those insecurities into something very peaceful. But there are still, yes, there are still some insecurities left, and I do have anxious attachment style when it comes to Kali. I don't want her to be touched by other guys. I don't want her to talk to other guys, and that is very bad, you know. That is a very bad attitude, and I want to change that. And why is it good? Because I'm aware. I'm aware that what I'm doing is very wrong, and that I am very, very, very anxious about myself and my appearance. So, those insecurities that I got from the bullying contributes to my anxious attachment style. Because without those, I wouldn't be here. So if I were to be asked, would you change the mistakes you did from your past? I'd say no, because I wouldn't be here if I hadn't made those mistakes. If I hadn't made those mistakes, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be Kali's boyfriend. You know, there won't be no character development. There won't be anything. So yeah, that's my story. That's our story, and yeah, that's my girlfriend. She made me feel very special, even though I hurt her. You know, something like that. She forgave me eventually, and then forgave each other. We grew up together, and we're still growing. Yeah, that's all. Peace.